Hello and welcome back. I am on page 18 of the textbook, and when you turn to page 18, yours is not going to look anything like this. I know that. It's okay. But I wanted to give you an idea of where I'm going with this. We're going to meet some of the influential leaders of this time in history. So eventually we're going to put their pictures in here. But for right now, you just have these boxes, and that's okay. That's what we need, just the empty boxes. And I'm going to go through them with you and give you the information, and then we'll go back later and add our pictures. So I'm on page 18, and let's go to this first box, right under the word influential. So the very first box. And let's put this gentleman's name in there. His name is William Bradford. So let's go ahead and put his name. You always capitalize names. And William Bradford was born in the year 1590, and he died in 1657. So those are his birth and death dates. And this is why he's important. We're just going to use bullet points and not sentences. It's shorter. He founded the Plymouth Colony. You've heard about the Pilgrims that came to Plymouth Rock. He founded the Plymouth Colony in 1620. He wanted religious freedom. And he helped write a very important document. He helped write the Mayflower Compact. And that was the first document of government in the United States history. And even though these folks were not Americans, they knew that they needed a government. If they were going to live here together and live in peace, they needed to have a government. So this was their government plan, the Mayflower Compact. And since this is a proper noun, it is a document, I'm going to underline it. If I were typing it, I would put it in italics. So our first character is William Bradford. Okay, the next person let's just go over to the side, and we have John Winthrop. Whoops, I didn't go back to my pen feature. John Winthrop. And John Winthrop was born in 1587. He died in 1649. You don't need to memorize any of this stuff. I just want you to know who these folks are in case you see them again on a test. John Winthrop was a Puritan, which is a very strict form of religion. The Puritans were very, very strict about religious rules. And he also wanted religious freedom, but he wanted everyone to live by Puritan rules. So when we say religious freedom, that was within the context of Puritan religion. He didn't want to be Catholic or any other religion. He wanted everyone to follow the Puritan beliefs. Okay, the next person that we need to write, and I'm going to the second row of boxes, is Thomas Hooker. And Thomas Hooker was born in 1586. He died in 1647. And Thomas Hooker founded the colony of Connecticut. Remember Connecticut? You spell connect, icut, Connecticut. And the reason he left Massachusetts after an argument with the Puritans. He disagreed. Let's use that word instead of argument. He disagreed. He had a disagreement with the Puritans. So he disagreed with that Puritan lifestyle. So he left Massachusetts and started Connecticut for, again, religious freedom. Okay, the next one is John Mason. John Mason was born in 1586 and he died in 1635. These folks didn't live a long time, did they? He received a grant in 1622. And a land grant, and he founded New Hampshire. So this little exercise is introducing you to the faces of the people who founded the colonies. And in our last row, first box, we have Roger Williams. Roger Williams is one of the more famous people, at least in the material that I've read over my many years of studying. He was born in 1603 and he died in 1683. He lived to be 80 years old, which was pretty unusual in those days. And Roger Williams wanted to escape the intolerance and we'll talk about what that word intolerance means of religion in the New England colonies. Roger Williams was really tired of being told by the Puritans and that strict religious order how to live and how to behave. So he decided that he was going to set up a new colony. And I want to show you something here. This is just a research tip for those of you. Before I tell you the colony that he founded, I want to show you how to find that if you didn't know how to do that. So what we would do, you go to a search engine, a browser, and you just type in the name. And I'm betting that it's going to come up immediately. This is going to show you just how famous this man is. And here, I don't even have to click on it. It already comes up here at the top. I can zoom. It says Roger Williams was a Puritan minister, theologian, and author who founded Providence Plantations, which became the colony of Rhode Island. He was a staunch advocate for religious freedom, separation of church and state, and fair dealings with American Indians. And we're not going to write all that. I just wanted you to see how you could find the answer if you needed to. I meant to do that on our first person and it didn't even occur to me. So Rhode Island is the colony Actually, Providence is what I associate with Roger Williams, but Providence is in Rhode Island. So he is the founder of that little bitty New England colony we call Rhode Island. And I don't know why I put with there. Just founded Rhode Island is what I meant. I'm tired today. Okay, also with Roger Williams was John Berkeley. So let's put Mr. Berkeley right here beside Mr. Williams. And it has an extra E in there. I always missed that one, so be careful. Berkeley. He also founded Rhode Island. He was a co-founder, if you will, of Rhode Island with Roger Williams. And here's the thing I also want to add. He was an English soldier. So even though he was living in these colonies, he was an English soldier. So the Rhode Island colony was a little more relaxed than some of those to the north. All right, again, we will come back later and add the pictures that go with these folks. I didn't give you Roger Berkeley's dates, did I? He was born in 1602 and he died in 1678. So he too lived to be pretty old. 76 years in those days was pretty amazing. I'm going to stop this video and I'll see you back on page 19. We have 6 more of these, and then in a later video we'll add the pictures to each one. So I will see you back soon, and I hope you have a great day.